Good day, everyone, and welcome to Obidient Family TV. The program is Hope Alive. Yes, there is hope, and a new Nigeria is certainly possible. Now, good morning, afternoon, and evening, depending your time zone. Today, we've come again to have a discussion on what is happening in Nigeria, especially as everybody knows that today is 29th, and of course, in different places, people are gearing up for protests. Protest letters have started emanating from several groups, including the citizens group. Of course, today we are going to bring you the threats that are coming to Active Citizens Group in Lagos, which has written a letter to the Commissioner of Police telling them about their planned protest, and every right center from the APC to all the Baptists, all threats keeps coming in. And today she's going to be joining us from Lagos via Zoom to speak on the threats to her life and to the lives of her group in Lagos State. And of course, we are going to bring you the reaction of His Excellency P2B, who has spoken about the issue of Kenneth Okonkwor, who has sent a very long letter saying he is dumping the Obidient movement. However, he also, P2B also spoke about the pending, this very upcoming protest, which we are going to bring. But let's start with what his reaction to Kenneth Okonkwor's open letter. He said that, today I saw various responses to the letter of my own brother Kenneth Okonkwor's open letter, which he expressed different views on me on the skirmishes in our party. I want to therefore categorically and emphatically declare that Barrister Okonkwor remains my beloved brother and a trusted ally. I sternly caution against referring to him as a mule or making any negative remarks. Barrister Kenneth Okonkwor has stood by me through thick and thin, and his loyalty and commitment cannot be overstated or diminished. Disagreements and different opinions are a neutral part of any group, society, or movement, and it is essential to maintain a level of respect and decorum even when we disagree. Having different views does not make someone an enemy, and it is crucial to engage in constructive dialogue rather than resorting to personal attacks or negative remarks. In fact, to me, personally, I don't want to work with anyone who always agrees with me, because as a leader, learning and listening are critical components of leadership. I want to listen to those who have different opinions and try to convince them otherwise or take their advice if it is better. I urge all believers of a new Nigeria to remain strong, resilient, and focused, to refrain from discouragement or negative remarks towards Kenneth Okonkwor or anyone who lives or disagrees with our views, strategy, or tactics. My message is clear and simple. Unity, respect, and civility must prevail, even in the face of disagreement and variance. Signed, P2B. Yes, and that is it. And with me to discuss this, especially what is happening in Lagos with the Active Citizens Group, I have in the studio with me Mercy and, of course, Lady Okike.
Good day, well-meaning Nigerians. Thank you for joining us on this show.
Welcome and thank you for joining us.
Okay, let's get straight with our guest on Zoom. That is Adama Okpabi, who is the lead organizer for this very peaceful protest in Lagos under the auspices of Active Citizens Group. Adama, welcome to the Hope Alive Obidient Family TV. Now, please, we've gotten reports of threats to your life. We have gotten reports, threats to your members, to the group that are about to commence on a peaceful protest, having written a letter that is requested by the commissioner through the IG, and you are receiving threat. Can you please tell the well-meaning Nigerians and all Obidient worldwide what you are passing through in Lagos State as a result of your quest for a peaceful protest in Lagos State?
Good afternoon, everyone. It's not been easy, but we thank God for everything. I submitted
Can
later
you be more
for.
audible, please? Can you speak up?
Okay. Can you hear me better now?
Yes, just speak
Can
up.
you
Go
hear me
ahead,
now?
please.
Is it loud enough? Okay. Am I loud enough now? Clear.
Okay,
All
go
right.
ahead.
Good afternoon, everyone. The experience has not been a funny one. So sorry for that glitch. I submitted our own letter of notification to the police command of Lagos State, and after that submission, which is what I was supposed to do as a law-abiding citizen of Nigeria, that same day from 4 p.m. because I submitted in the morning and I shared the letter on X so that people can know that I've submitted, because a lot of people are scared of coming up for the protest, and they actually need someone that can boost their confidence, especially when it comes to safety of their lives. So I have to post that on Twitter so that people can be rest assured that okay, we'll be having certain level of security for us from the government, no matter how small, on the day of protest. So after that submission of that letter, I posted it on X. By 4 p.m. that day, so on Thursday, which should be, I think it's 26th, either 26th or 27th, I can't remember the date exactly. From 4 p.m. of that particular day, I started getting calls from around the world, because not just Nigeria. They got my number from the number that I shared with everybody on that letter. And the people that I was getting these calls from were all APC Army. I got calls from America, from the UK, from Finland, from South Africa, from Dubai. Those are the countries I got calls from. Then their local army in Lagos was really, 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 really disturbing and threatening. The threats were it was so bad. They even went as far as tracking me down, getting my full address of my house, my personal phone number, because the phone number that I left or I put out on that letter wasn't my personal phone number. They went as far as digging out my personal phone number and shared address and my personal phone number on social media, saying, calling me an IPOB member and claiming that I want to cause anarchy. They say they will kill me, they will kidnap me, they will rape me, they will maim me. Some said I will not even survive that night. So which made me to leave my house to go to a more safer place. So those calls continued throughout that Thursday, throughout the whole of Friday till Saturday. It was Saturday that I was able to get some level of mental rest, and I had to share my experience on social media to call them out as well. So immediately I began calling them out on Twitter. They ceased fire to some extent. At least they ceased fire to a good extent, because between Thursday to Saturday, I've already received more than 2,000 calls. Like, my phone was buzzing back to back, back to back. My power banks would not even sustain my phone anymore. The first power bank ran out, second power bank ran out. Thank God that there was um, normal NEPA lights. My phone was on constant charging because of the incident calls I was receiving. Now they didn't even stop at just only calling me. They were also calling me. They didn't stop at just calling me on normal calls. They were calling me on WhatsApp calls, sending me threat messages on WhatsApp messages. sending me text messages, and we are really disturbing me. So
Yeah, were you, just a moment, did you by any means
contact the police and probably give the police the numbers of these people who are threatening you?
okay, I did not go to any police station, but because Benjamin Hyundai was already reaching out to me since Lagos State government, I think Lagos State government, since Lagos State Police Command, the Lagos State Commissioner wanted to meet with me, to speak with me one-on-one concerning the letter that I submitted. So I had to complain to him.
Okay,
You went and met with did you go and meet with the commissioner of police, Lagos State?
No, I didn't go. I was actually supposed to go today, but my lawyer had an emergency that made us cancel the meeting for today. So probably we'll reschedule. Once I hear from my lawyer, he will reschedule the meeting. Then I will know when I'll be able to go for that meeting. I haven't gone for the meeting yet. It was supposed to be scheduled.
Okay, okay. So as at now, has the threat stopped? Have people stopped calling you not to take up your protest? Have they stopped calling you?
Yes, they started calling me since yesterday, which was Sunday. Just a few numbers.
So they got tired.
Yeah, I think they're tired, but I now get the calls in trickles, not like the way it was coming in before. Like yesterday, I just got about 5 calls only. Then the guy from South Africa still called me again yesterday, but if I could get to my phone, the call had dropped because that particular, I noticed his number. But today, I've got only just out since morning because previously, before now, I would have gotten about 500 calls, if not up to 1,000. But today, it's only 2 calls I've gotten so far. So I think probably maybe they've been called to order. I don't know, or maybe they are tired, or maybe probably they are taking a break because they're all saying that let's see you on that protest day. So they are waiting for me to come out on the protest day. So probably they are waiting for when the protest starts to see how they'll maybe to me. I don't know. So that's the next.
Okay, the next question I want to ask you is your resolve. Having been threatened not to embark on a peaceful protest in Lagos State, did that dampen your morale? Did that tell you that you are doing a wrong thing? What did your mind tell you, or did it give you courage to continue on your quest for a better Nigeria?
They cannot scare me. They're only trying to instill fear in me, but it's not been working. It's not been working for them. I am not going to give them that satisfaction. That's one, because they don't own Nigeria more than me. All of us, we all own this country together. They are not more Nigerian than I am. Like I was telling them, the Commonwealth of Nigeria is not only meant for them, it's meant for all of us. So my spirit is not dampened. Rather, what they have done so far was even trying, they have succeeded in making me stronger, making me make up my mind more, making me to really decide that I must embark on this process and this protest must happen. So my resolve is going ahead with the protest. I'm not chickening out ever.
I like that courage.
Very special one, going up with a peaceful protest in Lagos State. Now, let's use this opportunity for you. You're the person who is organizing for the Active Citizens Group. And can you tell other people who wish to join you on the protest how you wish to proceed from where to where, as you have articulated in your letter to the Commissioner of Police?
I think what you said. I think they have a network glitch.
Going out to protest with you, starting from the 1st, can you use this opportunity to tell them where you are starting from, where your procession of the protest will be starting from, where is going to go, the streets that you are going to embark on this protest, and use this opportunity to tell the people who wish to protest with you during your protest time in Lagos?
Okay, first I'll have to reiterate our stand on this protest. This protest is going to be a very peaceful protest with no form of violence. Please. We are embarking on a peaceful protest. I repeat, a very peaceful protest, devoid of violence. So, Lagos is in two parts. We have mainland and we have island. So for the mainland, convergence point can you hear me now?
Yeah, please, speak up.
Okay. So we'll converge at Airport Road, NACO. That's our takeoff point for mainland, because our protest point is International Airport.
Details, for protest details have here, you're starting your protest from the mainland.
That is from the 1st to the 10th.
Our protest point is International Airport, Ikeja. So we'll be converging at NACO Airport Road. That's where we're taking off from. Then we'll move from NACO to International Airport, Ikeja. And that's where we'll be protesting. So NACO Airport Road all the way to International Airport, which is our stopping point. Now for the island would converge at Marwa Park by the bus stop, immediately after Lekki Phase 1 bus stop. Immediately after Lekki Phase 1 bus stop. The next bus stop is Marwa. So by that bus stop, that is where we would converge. From there, we then move from that Marwa by following the express down, Marwa, Lekki, Oriental Hotel in front, VI, straight down to Etiosa local government, which is our stop. And that's where we'll then stay till we close. So that's just the landmarks that we'll be assessing during the protest, please. So in case of anybody that wants to join the protest, if you're on the mainland, it's airport, International Airport, Ikeja, Lagos. So meet us at NACO bus stop, just on that airport road. If you're on the island, you're within Lekki axis, VI axis, Etiosa, Lekki, all the way to Lakwe. Even if you're coming from Ekpe, please stop at, it's just one bus. If you're coming from all the way from Ekpe, it's one bus you take. Stop at Marwa bus stop. That's where you will find us. We'll then gather there, and from there move all the way along the express. We get to Etiosa local government, which is our stop point. So that's how we'll do. Please do not come out with any weapons. Just come in your black and white t-shirts. It's a peaceful protest, it's not war. Please. It's a peaceful protest, it's not war. Please. So don't come with any form of weapon at all. Just come, just only your shirt and trouser, your sneakers, white top, black trousers, that's jean or joggers, whichever one you like, then a pair of sneakers or sandals or slippers, whichever one that suits you. Please, it's just a peaceful protest. We are not at war, please. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Adamma, for
us, and we hope that the people who are going to join the active citizens group will note the dates from first. They are starting they have the procession through the airport, International Airport Road, and of course they will have the one of the island. So thank you so much for coming today to tell us about the threats to your life, and of course as you go towards meeting with the Commissioner of Police in Lagos State on the invitation they extended to you, do also give us the report on when you come out from that office so that we know you are safe. And of course report the people who are calling you thousands of calls because you want to have a peaceful protest. Thank you so much, Adamma Obabi, for coming to share your experience with us. Of course, in the evening, we will reach out during our evening program to know how far you have done. Thank you so much for being with us. So let's get back to the studio, and we've heard from Adamma, and of course saying so much stress. She has thousands of calls, people telling her to call off protest, peaceful protest. And you know what is even funny is that I have some people who has posters at yesterday who are saying do not protest. Meanwhile, in their banner, what is written in their banner is do not protest, and they are protesting. So I think it's really wrong for people to, if you have your own belief that the protest should not be holding, then you can stay in your house, without actually coming out. Why would you say do not protest, but you are actually outside on the open with a placard and you're protesting, but you are saying on your placard, do not protest? I don't know how that means in Nigeria. A lot of things happen in Nigeria. Do you know that it's in Nigeria that we have 2 deputy governors are working and nothing happens? Is that not? That is the kind of Nigeria we have. It's in the same Nigeria that we have 2 state assemblies working. Go to Rivers State and find out. For the 2 deputy governors working, go to Edo State and find out. Will that surprise you? So it wouldn't surprise you that we have other people who come out to protest, but telling other people not to protest. So much happening in Nigeria. Let's start with your thoughts on what this lady said, of course. We know the P2B and defending Okonkwor issue. We'll come to that later, much later, because that is a very lengthy talk. But let's take her, Adamma's talk on what is happening in Lagos to her.
It's quite a pity that someone like Adamma is being threatened for trying to exercise her constitutional rights. It's very wrong and it's terrible. It just goes to show the kind of country we live in, where people cannot come out freely to exercise freedom of speech. Is very appalling and it's not right at all. Even to go further, they are making calls and threatening her. It's very wrong. There is no other way to put it than to say that what is happening to Adamma is quite very wrong.
Will be happening, and I suppose it will be happening to other people who has written a letter to a letter that is directed to the Commissioner of Police, Lagos State, and then being hijacked by hoodlums who are supposedly people who were paid by probably the government to kill off her battery, because she said her battery keeps dying. She used power bank is just a waste of time because she have not just dozens of calls but thousands of calls.
It's very wrong and appalling that to go to this extent just to silence someone, silence a group of people. It just goes to show that they what they are doing is right, and they want to exercise their right to show you that what you're doing to them is wrong. So instead of finding a solution to this, you're going the extended way, trying to threaten them instead of finding a solution to this. The way to end this protest is to provide what Nigerians want. And instead of that, the Nigerian government instead going
they keep sponsoring people.
Sponsoring people to say no to protest.
And people will come out to protest and say no to protest. Let me quickly jump on to Mercy. Our time is running. Mercy, you see, Adama's case might be what is being experienced by well-meaning Nigerians who has good intentions to do a peaceful protest. Now, and this is a letter, and I've seen several letters in circulation that is going to the police according to their request. For me, I don't think there is any constitutional provision where somebody needs to write to a commissioner of police or to the IG to be able to protest. Because these people who are even anti-protest, who came out to protest with a banner that suggests no protest, they did not write any letter to the commissioner of police. But let's dwell more on the threats to the life of Ms. Obabi, who obviously is in Lagos, and Lagos government does not want people to protest.
I don't know if I would say that Nigeria is now a lawless country. We have laws, we have rules, but then we don't keep it. And
that's why I mentioned that it's only in Nigeria that you have 2 deputy governors working in Edo State. It's only in Nigeria that you have 2 state assemblies working in Rivers State. And of course, I could get more. Of course, you can go to the comment section and tell us more. Things are not just normal. So why can't people protest?
A lot of things are actually upside down. Because according to Constitution, I've not really seen where they said you must write a letter to the commissioner or anybody, any political party to take permission just to protest and exercise your right as a citizen. There is no place is actually written in the Constitution. And coming to the threats being given to this loyal citizen of Nigeria, because I'll say she's a loyal citizen, for her to even trying to write a letter to take permission, and then she's still getting threats, she's still getting a lot of calls trying to, I don't even know. That is to tell you the heights things have really gone wrong in Nigeria. And if Nigerians keep keeping quiet and keep remaining mute on this, to be honest with you, a lot of things will go wrong, and that is why people just have to put a stop to this.
And the people who are threatening, are they buying things differently in the market, or are they not buying things to at least cook in Nigeria of today? Because I don't see a reason why even the people in government acknowledge the fact that things are very difficult. There is hunger in the land, inflation is, we can name them as such. Why would somebody now be threatening another person for exercising his or her right if it's not coming from the government? Why do we say it's coming from the government? Because from the day one, when these very protests were initiated, is the government that keep threatening people instead of coming to talk. Has Tinubu called to talk to anybody about this? The only people he has called is to call traditional rulers, is to call governors, the same people who they send palliatives to, and it will be hidden. Over the weekend, we saw different videos floating everywhere where palliatives, rice that should not be sold, maize that should not be sold, is floating in the market. They rebag it and they sell. So, I don't know, there's much more reason why people should protest, but they should be talking about a peaceful protest and nothing other than that.
Of course. Like, hey God, I don't even know what to say, because I'm really speechless. You know, with the current situation of the country, are you telling me that you as a Nigerian, you are still allowing yourself to be bribed to threaten someone else that wants to bring peace, that wants to help the Nigerians to be together? Are you trying to tell me that you are still allowing yourself? That is foolishness, to be honest with you. If you are still allowing these corrupt leaders to bribe you, to give you some snacks, things that won't even last for a week, and just for you to threaten your fellow Nigerian who is trying to bring peace and order to this country, then you are making a very big mistake. I think you just have to put that aside and let us come together, despite your religion, whatever thing you believe in, and let us come together to put a stop to this, because without it, it will get bad and even worse than it is already. Yeah,
we'll have to tell every other person who is out there, no matter the threats that you get across, just remember one thing. These very protests, peaceful protests, should be organic. We have not seen the likes of Atiku Abubakar coming to the forefront. We are not seeing the types of Dino Melai. I'm talking about people who have been disenfranchised to say, oh, it is a PDP affair. We have not seen people who has been dealt a terrible blow during this very past 2023 election for them to say, oh, it is about P2B. It is not about any party. It's about the soul of the nation. It's in shambles. And all we ask for, if you think that Nigeria is not working the way they should, if you want to give the government time, of course, like Chief Bola Tinubu suggested, you can be in your house. You don't need to come out. But if you feel that there is hunger, even when you stay in your house, a tuber of yam is said to be 10,000 naira. Can you afford 10,000 for a tuber of yam? No. Rice, can you afford it? Can you afford fuel for your car? What can you afford that will make you not to come out for a peaceful protest? But if you have all these things in abundance, please stay in your house. You don't need to come out. But allow those who wishes to protest peacefully to come out and protest. Do not discourage them. We encourage peaceful protest. That we do. And we'll come back and talk more about that. Let's have your closing words on this, because we know we have a lot to talk about. P2B defending Kenneth Okonkwor. We'll come back with that. And of course, we have several other things lined up about the protest, but we just wanted to take very short thing about what happened in Lagos. So what are your final words on this?
It's important that as much as we lay emphasis on the protest, we continue to lay emphasis on it being a peaceful protest. What we want is to peacefully execute our rights, like peacefully exercise it without any cause for violence. Even if you're not among the protesters and you see them, please do not be triggered to apply any sort of violence on them. And even if you're among the protesters, please, it's very important to continue to emphasize the need for peaceful protests. We don't want chaos. We want to pass across our message without any form of violence.
And we hope that the government will do the right thing and not instigate violence and hijack the process as they usually do. Until we come your way again to discuss about His Excellency P2B's reaction to Kenneth Okonkwor, plus his reaction to the protest, because he spoke about this very protest. All of that will be coming back. When we come back, we'll bring you all of that. Until then, bye for now.